What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about this new blog post that we have right now. It's Friday, so it's that time of the week. Doom and Cyber Gloom, very funny. So yeah, in this video specifically we are going to take a look at the kit of Lady Deathstrike, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it, and if this character is gonna change anything or not, because yeah, we actually need a little bit of help for the Doom Raid tech, especially since the Doom Raid number 2 was announced, and we have to see if this character does anything for our teams or not. Okay, so let's go and jump into that. I'll make another video talking about everything else that they announced, because there is some crazy stuff out there. So the model is very similar to the animated series, and that's quite amazing. They put a lot of detail into it, but kept very similar to the original, and that's very cool. They have a brief history about her if you don't know the character. Once again, you should check out the animated series to know her a little bit better. And then we have the kit. So for traits, she has Villain, Global, Tech, Brawler, and Weapon X. So from the kit, Global, Dark Dimension, okay, could be decent. There is a good right now team for Dark Dimension, which is mostly skill. And it would be interesting to get a few other options, because right now it's just way too many skill characters. All of them are good for Dark Dimension, so hopefully we'll get a few more options. Okay, so she's Brawler and Tech, nothing special here. Let's see if her kit can help us in the Doom Raid on the first and now also on the second. So basic attack, River Revenge. Transfer one deflect from the primary target to self. Attack primary target for 250% piercing. Nice. If the primary target has bleed, repeat this attack and apply offense down. This attack gains 300% focus. Okay, so the job of this attack is to apply the defense down. It's not gonna be to apply the bleeds. It has a nice amount of piercing damage, but this is telling us that Striker is not going to be a good option for this character. And we'll see later on in the kit that yeah, the basic attack will not be a big deal in terms of this character. Transferring one deflect from the primary target to self, that's a great counter against Secret Avengers on defense, which they shouldn't be there, and also against Heroes for Hire, which leave off insane amount of deflects. Now this team can also be used against teams like Brother Doom or Brotherhood with Dr. Doom, because they have the blob, and the blob applies tons of deflects to them, so this might be another option just in case. Okay, so that was the basic. Now let's take a look at the special. Deadly Weapon, 3 energy, comes full, gain offensive for 2 turns. Decent, very good. Attack the primary target and adjacent targets for 20% piercing and apply 2 bleed, and turn rewind for 20%. So that's actually quite amazing, and thanks to this turn rewind, once again, it gives us some control, especially against the Doomhood, or whatever you want to call that team, or Secret Avengers as well, but not so much. We need to see the speed of this team to see if this goes before or after Falcon, and against the Heroes for Hire, of course, it always helps. On kill, repeat attack using a new primary target randomly chosen from the previous secondary targets. This secondary attack can attack stealth targets, so that's very cool. And I assume it's similar to what we saw with the Yellow Jacket. Whenever you do his ultimate, if he kills someone, he can attack someone next to it, and it does tons of damage. So here we are not only doing tons of damage, but we are also applying 2 bleeds. Now in terms of damage multiplier, we actually are not looking at a big damage multiplier, so this is very curious about this character. I'm expecting her to have very high base damage, which will be great about the bleeds, because otherwise this very low multiplier will be a problem for this character. Once again, I'm expecting big damage to influence more the bleed damage rather than the multiplier, because if it's going to be too easy, if the multiplier is too high, it's going to be too easy to use this ability. So they are giving a decent balance of usability, but it might become a problem if you cannot make it work. So it's something that we'll have to test out after and see how it works exactly. But so far very good, and I hope it also gives the bleeds and turn rewinds. I mean, it says repeat this ability, right? On kill, increase the duration of positive effects on self and Weapon X allies to a maximum of 5. Okay, so that's very decent. So far there are not many positive effects. You get that early defense up from Omega Red, but can you really kill someone with this team and increase the positive effects so fast? Maybe, we have to wait and see, but interesting. I'm really curious about the speed of Lady Deathstrike, because that's going to influence a lot how this special ability is going to perform, which is one of the abilities I'm finding more interesting about her kit. Okay, so now we have the ultimate, 6 energy, yikes, that's quite a lot, comes with 4, so you can use it first on the second turn. Attack the primary target for 280% piercing, so once again very low multiplier, but at least he's piercing, okay. Apply defense down to a maximum of 2 and apply 2 bleeds. So 2 bleeds is better than 1 bleed for 2 turns, keep this in mind, and this is once again why it's going to be important for this character to have high base damage. Then she rebounds to 4 adjacent targets doing the same effect. So this means that you can apply multiple bleeds to the same target. So if you have only 2 characters, you'll be able to apply 6 bleeds to one of them, 4 bleeds to the other, which is something very interesting. Clear all negative effects from self and Weapon X allies. This once again goes against Heroes for Hire, because they apply those bleeds and those heal blocks with Calling Wing, and like this we'll be able to clear it on the second turn. Very nice. Apply immunity to self and Weapon X allies, preventing more bleeds and other kind of negative effects like the ability block and so on. This attack will not miss any target that already has bleed. So will Wolverine attack first and apply bleeds to them? Will Sabretooth attack first and apply bleeds to them? This is why the speed is so important for this team. We already know that Omega Red is going to do tons of damage to the enemies, especially because he goes so fast, and I wonder if it will be good enough to trigger this ability. Definitely, because he goes so fast, and this is a second turn ability, so it's granted. If this character has 3 or more Weapon X allies, which is good, it means there is some flexibility to have just 4 on the team, plus 1 extra. This attack cannot be countered. Once again, ending up the counters from the Heroes for Hire, and once again against the Brotherhood with Dr. Doom, we will also stop the Blob from doing counter attacks, and against Secret Avengers we also stop Captain America Sam Wilson. So very interesting kit so far. Now let's take a look at Ultimate Murderous Intent. On turn, 20% of the max health to the character. Crazy. This is a big upgrade because before it was only 15%. When this character drops below 60% health, gain 2 death proof and 2 evade. So she will be very tanky, kinda, because if she is healing 20% and this will keep triggering, is just insane. Not in terms of the deflects, but 2 evades is very powerful. And like this, she'll be able to withstand a lot more attacks from Calling Wing, and this is good because maybe Lady Deathstrike will have the less amount of HP, and the Calling Wing always attacks the character with less amount of HP. So very interesting. Gain 25% crit damage. Weapon X allies gain 25% crit damage. So this is a hint that you should give Raider to this team. You want to increase the crit chance and the crit damage, so after it triggers more times. Like I said before, it's also going to be important the base damage. If you want to do more damage with the bleeds, you might consider Striker. We have to see how many bleeds she actually applies per turn, and if it's not enough, then you can increase the damage multiplier from the crits and go that route instead. But so far we don't have any character, at least I don't remember, that gives crit chance. So that's something that we also have to take into consideration. Crit damage is good, but if you don't have crit chance, it's going to be pointless. Lower the resistance by 50% for all enemies with bleed. Amazing. And then gain 65% focus. Weapon X allies gain 65% focus. So here you have 115% increase on your chance of applying negative effects to your enemies. Gain 1000 resistance against bleed. Weapon X allies gain 1000 resistance against bleeds. So once again, this is about the Calling Wing. So you'll be very unlikely to get bleeds on your team, and especially on Lady Deathstrike. And if she gets those bleeds and if she gets focused by Calling Wing, she'll get the 2 evades and 2 death proof. So the character is looking very interesting. It's giving some good stuff to the Weapon X teams. Now the problem I have so far with this character is that I don't see many good abilities in order for us to use in raids. We don't have anything giving offense down or being more generous with the buffs or something like this. Yes, she does a ton of damage, but in terms of raid utility, maybe she doesn't have much. So this is probably going to be one of those whale bait characters that you'll invest in this if you really focus on Alliance Wars and so on. But if you are still trying to get a very good team for raids, this character might not be the answer. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed Lady Deathstrike. What you guys think about her? You think she looks cool? You think her kit is awesome or not? Are you going to get her? Maybe. Are you going to open big red stars for her? Maybe. I'm not sure about this so far. Maybe I'll go for a 4 red stars. And they don't say in the blog post if she's a event character or not. She should be an event character, but they actually don't have any of this information. And on the email that they sent in the game, they said there were 4 characters coming, but then they fixed it to 3 characters. So that's very interesting as well. So yeah guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about Lady Deathstrike. Are you excited or not? And that's going to be the video for now. Stay tuned for the next one where we'll take a look at all the other news about Doom 2 and my thoughts about it. And yeah, stay awesome and I'll catch you guys later.